Hello everyone. Hope you all been having a good week. Also, someone saying here that they're free. Are you sure about that? Are you free now? If you never pointed it out, I wouldn't have noticed it, honestly. I mean, you can go back to jail technically, but I won't make it that easy for you. Also, hello, Mr. Missing. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've also been having a good week. And speaking of this week, quite a lot of stuff apparently has happened since last Friday. Not necessarily all good, some funny, and some like actually I would not have thought that it would happen, but it did. So maybe start with the unfortunate one first, which apparently a few days ago, uh, I think it's more like the interactive side of Annapurna. If you guys don't know who Annapurna is that publisher who usually publishes like a pretty uh, who usually publish indie games and from smaller creators and usually like the more colorful ones at that. But apparently, like the entire staff of Annapurna Interactive like walked out of the company from like a meeting where they could not from what I understood that they wanted to like be able to branch out to be independent but still sort of be Annapurna. I don't really fully get the logistics, but I think the higher ups in Annapurna didn't agree with that. So literally everyone in Annapurna Interactive was like, well, we we can't be, we weren't able to do our independent thing, so let's actually go independent. And left. I mean, I don't know if they've started up a new company at this point or still fixing up like the logistics behind that, but yeah, that's like damn. I mean, supposedly, because Annapurna isn't just the game sub publisher, apparently Annapurna Pictures is different, which is where the Alan Wake publishing thing is. But yeah, damn, that was like a surprising thing to see out of nowhere because Annapurna has been doing pretty great as far as the company itself said that even though the people under the interactive branch, you could say, left, they're gonna fulfill their promises in between the games that are already partnered. But like, yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see how that goes. Also, yes, Annapurna as in Stray. I believe they published that. Yes. Interactive published games. Let me quickly check. Uh, Blade Runner, 20 Bounties. A lot of these games I actually haven't heard of. They also published Neon White, Stray, Solar Ash, 12 Minutes. What else? What else? Kentucky Route Zero, Journey. They were the ones that published Journey? Really? Huh. And Florence, for those who remember that one, Gone Home, Flower, What Remains of Edith Finch, or Edith Finch, I think. But yeah, like, they, among many others that are probably not as familiar to us. But yeah, they published a lot of things, but I guess, like, then again, I don't know what technically Annapurna Interactive deals with. It's probably focused on games, but like, yeah, I mean, all I garnered from the articles. Okay, they didn't make a lot of popular games. They help bring to life people's other people's desire to make a game through publishing them, to help to supporting and publishing them. Which, as far as I recall, publishing, other than obviously financial aid, is usually like testing aid, marketing aid, like getting of additional resources aid. Like, it helps in fields that help to gain resources or awareness of the game for, its eventual release. Yeah, they all collectively were like, we didn't get our desire to become independent, to become an independent entity under Annapurna, so we're actually gonna go leave. And I guess I'm pretty sure they would like to go independent, probably. But yeah, if they can't do it under Annapurna, then they're probably gonna do it on their own. But I do feel there's a little bit of a giant question mark, because I get it. They're probably very passionate. But from the articles, and I did not know this, apparently the founder of Annapurna is like a billionaire or something. So there's a little bit of a part of me where it's like, do the funds come from this billionaire though? Like, I get it. Maybe the people in under Annapurna Interactive are, passionate about the games, and, maybe the game selection was the one being restricted, so on and so forth. But like, if they go independent, where's the money going to come from now? If it's really whatever happened to Hi-Fi Rush, no, it sounds like internal dispute. Like, again, that's the thing, with these kinds of things, we don't know the details, because the articles made it sound like, there was there was a discussion between the terms of like what they wanted to do when they became an independent entity. We don't know what those demands were, so like, as much as we want to be like, oh, the big rich person didn't allow these creatives to do what they want to do, I mean, we can't 100% deny the possibility of the demands of Annapurna Interactive employees to maybe be, untenable. But, that's assumptions on both sides. So, hard to really say. But, yeah. A little bit unfortunate, but, the ones who are definitely the main concern are the ones who are currently partnered with them. So, hopefully their current plans as they're making the games aren't hit too badly by this. But, only time will tell. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Arguably, it could be worse. At least it isn't the entirety of Annapurna, like, dissolving. So, again, what they have is still there. Anna Pictures is still a thing. So, some people are still being helped. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But in terms of not as negative news, but you could argue it being negative, depending if you're on the receiving end of it. A lot of my Twitter feed has been clips of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, because, the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 released over the weekend, or was it last Friday, somewhere around there. And it's just so funny seeing, like, people putting actual Steam reviews where they're fighting the Wazzler, and it's like, they're just getting owned. And then, like, I don't know if they actually did refund the game. But if they did, that was pretty funny. And when I say the Wazzler, I mean that's Justin Wong. If obviously people don't know who Justin Wong is, you can search Evil Moment 37. Why not, if he's traumatizing regular people, let's traumatize him back by reminding him of that very, very close victory just stolen away from him. But it's still so funny though. How like how not only was it like, oh, I'm playing on PSN. He literally did a post where it's like, yeah, I gave it to PSN. Switch players, don't think you're safe from me. I'm coming for you next. And I'm like, oh fuck. He's like, his game plan was like to go number one in literally all platforms, which, respect to the guy because he did it, but for all the people he had to fight. It didn't matter if he was like a higher rank and you were bronze. Look, if the player count wasn't there, you are gonna get matchmaked with him. just funny stuff. Hopefully, like, actually legitimately, I hope people aren't refunding the game because of Justin Wong, because that would be so sad. Good thing I don't really play MVC2 as much, or rather did, because I don't think that was like in arcades locally. Then again, I didn't really go to arcades locally that much. If ever I did, it was only because of like Time Crisis, and Initial D, like mainly those two. Yeah, pretty funny. And then, like, among other stuff, which obviously came out getting good reviews. Obviously, Space Marine 2 has been like getting great reviews. Plucky Squire came out a while ago, and it's also getting great reviews. I mean, it looks great. I wanna play that, but like, there are so many games that I still have that I have not continued. Also, time-wise, like, I am like my off time is getting devoured by Shogun Showdown. I am still playing that. Like on the initial character you have, I'm like on the last difficulty possible. I guess in like Slay the Spire terms, I'm on Ascension 20. And I only found out a while ago, actually, like literally right before I had dinner before this stream, that the hardest difficulty actually doesn't say all of the things that it adds onto that last ascension level for Shogun Showdown. Which was nice to see, because I thought I was gonna beat it already. And then it surprised me, and then it's like, I was not prepared. So unfortunately, I did not beat Ascension 20 equivalent in Shogun Showdown, but that just means I get to play it more. Not to mention, I'm only there with one character. There are 5 other wait. Wanderer, Ronin, Shadow, Shogun. I mean, Mercenary, and one more. Yeah, so there are 4 other characters that I still need to get there, and obviously beat the last difficulty too. But again, like, Shogun Showdown showing itself that it actually is a fantastic game. And like I said before, every time you unlock new moves, it just changes the each run drastically. Although I feel like, especially with the with the harder difficulties, I am going to have to start remembering like what are good damage points, especially for certain upgrades. Like, I'll just say one, for example, where one of the upgrades is, if you exactly kill a target, you refund. It doesn't go on cooldown, the attack, which is obviously very good if it's on a damage point, which is a damage point you commonly deal with enemies. So, from my memory, I'm like, that would be 4, that would be 7, or 3. So 3, 4, or 7 are like the magic numbers for that upgrade. Because if you don't get that upgrade, it increases the cooldown, like, it increases its cooldown, which obviously hurts, because that means you can't use the move as much. But yeah, like, again, great game. Would highly suggest. Not even that expensive. Like, I think Shogun Showdown locally is like less than $500. Like, great time. Like, currently I have like, wait, where's the hour count on it? Shogun Showdown, I have 26 hours on it, which is again a lot, considering I only got it last Wednesday. So only a week, and I've played it that much. And it could be more, but over the weekend I did like watch a bunch of movies with my partner. Like, because she hasn't like watched many movies. So 20% off currently. Ooh, that's a good sale. Like, again, like, I probably can't say it's as good. 10% is still good. Like, I can't say it's as good as Slay the Spire, because Slay the Spire definitely has more variety in terms of the each individual levels. But for what it is aiming for, Shogun Showdown is very good. Like, it feels super tight, and there are so many moments where literally, if you like, as long as you plan your moves right, things just fit exactly to the turn count. Like, it's so satisfying. Not to mention the, obviously, like with any roguelite, you're gonna be playing a lot. The BGM, I mean the OST is very good. It's very good. The the character designs are pretty nice. And again, as you unlock more stuff, the runs get more fun. Very good, very good. Like, even now. Actually, if anything, I haven't been able to continue Midnight Suns on my off time because I've been playing Shogun Showdown instead. And I'm like, I do want to get back to Midnight Suns. That game is pretty fun. And yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of other stuff that are also happening right now in terms of like stuff releasing. Uh, like, wait, maybe Plucky Squire is the main one. I mean, I see Deadlock consistently getting updates. I heard Helldivers 2 got a pretty sizable like update and balance recently. Also, excuse me. So I just kind of finished dinner. And I think the main thing that like like quickly popped up when I saw the Helldivers 2 update was like they rebuffed the railgun, and it's like, they finally realized just give people a broken weapon. People like it when at least one thing is broken. I mean, if people want to use it, that's their choice. Like, just because one broken gun exists doesn't necessarily mean like everyone will use it. I mean, like, sure, if you're in a random squad, you're gonna get those tryhards that are like, oh, you're not bringing the railgun, get out of this. Get out of this squad. But if you're playing with friends, I mean, who cares? I mean, yeah, maybe it would be nice to have at least one person on the railgun have it. But no one will be mad if, like, let's all not go railgun and just go whatever gun we want. Do we succeed? Maybe, maybe not, but who cares, Because if Helldivers is anything, it isn't about efficiency. It's about having the guns and killing the bugs or the bots. And personally, still awaiting the third faction, which actually surprised there haven't been any like rumors about it or anything. But then again, I haven't really been following the game as closely as I have before. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, the moment it does get announced, obviously that's gonna like make news. For fun, games are fun. I mean, you say that, but that's exactly what Space Marine 2 is apparently. Like, Space Marine 2 is like, you have an 8-hour campaign that's co-op, you have additional PvE modes, and then like a PvP mode, which is a little bit imbalanced, but who cares, it's dumb fun. And yeah, like, hopefully one day I get to play Space Marine 2. Honestly, I'm kind of waiting on my friend to like also get it, but I think he has like other priorities right now. But hopefully he gets it soon so I can also get it. I still find it funny that there's Crayon Eaters. Crayon Eaters? What's that? Don't think I've heard of it. Is that like a faction? Or like, is that a color scheme? Because I heard you can customize your armor. You just saw it as a meme. Okay, let me search this. Space Marine 2 Crayon Eaters. Let me see this. It's a short video for me. Like, I literally just Googled it, and like the first thing that popped up. Oh, I see. It literally is what I thought it was. AKA, a guy got the armor and literally just colored themselves every color that's available. It's so beautiful, but also so ugly. Oh, that looks fun. Hopefully the PvP isn't like sweaty tryhards by the time I get the game, because I would like to try it one day. But yeah, that's for future me. But yeah, I mean, stuff's going good. Uh, and yeah, I think that's most of the stuff that's happened since last week. Obviously, there's more, but like, maybe if you guys have something that you want to share, just let me know. But, you know, obviously today, we're streaming the game that's behind me, Disco Elysium. It's been a while. And, maybe just to jog my memory, let's at least load back in. What I do remember, at minimum, is that we shaved our face. And I hope I don't come to regret that decision. The portrait on the bottom left looks a little hideous. I'm not gonna lie. The mustache definitely looked better. But I do feel it is good for our character to like, clean up a little. He's definitely seen things. I mean, no, it's like he's definitely seen things. He doesn't comprehend them, but, he smiles anyway. That's who he is. How will the trout population be affected? No idea. We're gonna find out. Because I'm like, one, obviously, like, people are gonna be like, he cleaned himself up. So, his head is on straight a little bit more. But also at the same time, it's like, don't you lose a little bit of intimidation factor by the fact that you lose the stash? Like, it made your head larger. Now it is smaller. So, I worry on that aspect. What did happen last time? Okay, so last time, what I recall, and we're just gonna go to the done quests. We finished the quest in the church. Is it those that? Who knows? I mean, we can always just, like punch them and they'll rethink their thoughts about us having no beard. But yeah, so we helped with the church thing where the researcher there with her trying to isolate the whole of the world, which we actually got. Like, I actually thought that was gonna turn into like a game over moment, because it sounded like it was going there. We helped the people who wanted to make that disco question mark in the church, so they're set up too. We got shaved. We did karaoke last time, and again, I still can't believe, because the karaoke part was a drama check, and I have a lot of clothes that give drama. This gives drama. What else gave drama? This gave drama. Like, literally, like, I even wore the full, like, Japanese set. Like, apparently gave a additional bonus to that check. So my succession chance of doing the karaoke was 87%. And it fucking lost. It failed. The 87% chance to pass the karaoke scene. And I failed it. So in other words, it was destiny. To be fair, man was singing from his soul. Yes, I failed at an 87% chance. It baffled me. But then again, at least it was just there. It was destiny. It had to happen. We heard a policeman sing horribly, but it came from somewhere deep inside him. It was visceral. No one clapped. Okay, rephrase. No one clapped except for Kim. Kim understood us. So thus, we didn't lose that day. Kim's still our bro. We will never disrespect that man. And then, yeah, we ended up, you know, getting this room so we don't have to pay for a bed to sleep every day. And I didn't end the day yet. It's behind me. It's 22:06. Also, bye you. But yeah, it's like day is over. We have to start on the next day, which actually reminded me because know I did it last time. Because we also found our where are you? We found our badge from last time. Which, I did phone into the police that we found our badge, but I think I forgot that the girl at the boat wanted to see our badge also. How's my throat? My throat's okay. Actually, if anything, okay, I guess gross warning for like the next 5 seconds, but like, it's okay, but I honestly have been like, the curry has been coming out of my stomach a little bit. I had for dinner. I could retaste it, which obviously, is bad. So, good check on the water. Also, I don't think I ever actually interacted with this.
A police badge on which you see the photo.
Oh, yes, I did. But yeah, like, I'd say that was mainly what we did, which, to be fair, was a lot of things. That was a lot of quests passed. I think the only thing we didn't really do is we didn't fully search this lower area. We also have not... Oh, right, we found a dead body on the floor. But the library is closed, so we needed to get this information tomorrow. We needed to find the tape with a melody for Egghead, and we still needed to find the husband of the wheelchair girl in the diner, bar, whatever that hostel, I think. Yeah, so we have a bunch of things we need to do tomorrow, but that's for tomorrow. Which, I feel there's nothing I can do anymore at this point in time with it being this late. So I think it is time to like go to bed. Good luck to us if like another dream sequence starts. We'll see what happens.
Across the room,
yeah, throat's doing okay overall.
Its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Ooh, that's nice. I thought like the shack was going to be like, have holes in the wall, that there's a draft or so, etc. But it's nice to see that, oh, finally our guy can have like a comfortable rest compared to the previous 2 days. Now let's see if the dreams follow suit.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark.
As always, tell me if audio level of game is good or not.
Fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner. And every
So far so good.
string.
That's good. Thank you. Continue.
Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
Swing empty, swing eternity. I mean, it can't be empty because there are names.
On and on it goes. For untold hours.
Maybe raise a tiny bit. You got
The
it.
disco where you first asked her to dance.
Okay, so I upped it a little bit.
Rising
I don't know what 5% is, but I'm basing it on the
above
decibels.
dark curvature.
Because a while ago it was a
great
-6,
wingspan
so
of
I put it at
sleep.
-3 now.
Studded with stars. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth.
Good enough? The good enough is not good enough. I'll make it a little bit higher.
The faces turning, changing.
Okay, maybe that's too much. It's a little in the middle between there. aka you here. Maybe that's better.
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
I mean, while we couldn't be unmade, we definitely unmade our mustache.
You can never forget this shit.
They're in the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, right. We also like sat down with Kim for a long time, and we're just like, I think we took mental damage by something we did, but like, we recovered after that anyway. Wow.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're not that eloquent. Also, now that I'm hearing the voice again, I feel like it was the limbic system voice that was singing in the karaoke scene. Like, that high-pitched, creaking voice just... with how much it grates, yeah, I think that's the voice.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless,
Oh, the bubblegum wrapper was, like, fairly
meaningless
recent.
keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
Well, if people are reading me to get out to find where they need to go, I hope they're fine getting lost. I mean, but it is. I mean, you know, I'm trying to help the people in the world. Ultimately, if I were a cop.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will.
No, I mean,
And for
maybe
what,
if we were
brother
alone,
man?
but we're not alone anymore. We got Kim.
For the greater good.
Oh, thank you, empathy, for making me feel better.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Pursue thought. I'm curious.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Wait, the voice was different from the text. He said the text says he still doesn't see that it's the world that's changing him. But didn't he say he still doesn't see that it's the world that's changing around him? Those are two very different statements. Huh. I guess maybe I mean, I guess I'll take the voice more than the text.
Cause only love can break your heart.
Yes, that is the karaoke singing voice for sure.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation.
So I feel very
at a
sleepy today. I
time.
might have to head out. I keep yawning. It's okay though. Thank you for stopping by. Do appreciate it. And yeah, hope to see you next time. I mean, I'm sure I'll be doing this again next week. Because, I'm trying to get back into the groove of it. Still, schedule could be sporadic again because don't know if stuff will come out, especially with my mom being here now. But like, thank you. But yeah, ultimately, thank you for being here and hope you have a good rest. If anything, I need to be the one getting a good rest because, my god, a while ago, like, I think my alarm was 8:30, but I woke up 9:30. Like, maybe I shouldn't sleep too late. later at least. It is still only Wednesday, so I got 2 more days of work.
Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
How's empathy? What you got for me?
It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here.
I mean, look, there are riots everywhere. There's like, I drove my car into the ice. Like, we literally almost not almost, we let loose some kind of like spectral or like weird being of sound. Did you just say Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. I know there's a meme about it being Wednesday. I just forget how it goes. Oh, you have D&D tonight. Ooh, hope you have fun. Oh, wait, is it the... It's Wednesdays, my dude. Ah! Oh, was that the meme? The one with the frog? Such a random meme. But yeah, hope you have fun with your D&D session. Unless it's still in a bit, then you can stick around here until you have to do that. Is it like a one-off, or is it a continuation of a why am I blanking on the word? Continue of an adventure from like previous.
An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche.
And what character are
those
you
guys
in it?
come up with next?
Main campaign. New main campaign or continuing main campaign?
Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
I mean, I felt things were going pretty well.
I'm sure you've been making progress on your case, interviewing people, solving side tasks.
Here I am an imprisoned turtle. It's Wednesday. Turtle. I'm gonna assume that's turtle. Turtle, unless a turtle is actually a different thing.
But who's focusing on
Turtle is
big
the race.
questions?
Ah, what is a turtle? Don't think I've ever heard of it. Oh, turtles are literally turtle folks. Okay, fine, I get it. You don't want to be lumped in with the rest of the less special turtles. I get it. But changing one letter, that's a little bit lazy, don't you think? Maybe you'd think like a more distinct name. Maybe even do the reverse, the Elterts. I mean, an Eltert sounds pretty fancy. I mean, I don't know if this is trying to say like that's us, or it's not. This doesn't sound like my job. I mean, that's false. Sorry, Caps. That or it's either back to a tiefling. Yeah, no. It's nice to change it up every now and again, especially if you're like back to it, which means you've done it before.
But have you ever seen them? How do you know they're even
Okay, so
there?
it was not
More
referring to himself with
importantly,
this.
how do you know they aren't waiting for your participation?
What am I supposed to do?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
I mean, we're the one taking this case. So yeah, give it to me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité
Who says?
for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority,
That being...
like a committee.
I was hired by the committee. That's why I have a job. We're past that point. Do we really have time
There's
for all
always
this?
time to follow best practices. Once someone's decided to cut corners for the sake of expediency, Who knows what else they're capable of? Mass executions.
Wow, that went far. I mean, does that count as being, haha, French Revolution? So yeah, no. Okay, fine. Let's avoid that.
A little self-dealing.
And who would sit on this
Only
committee?
the most even-keeled minds in Martinez.
The only person who I can think of this is Kim. So are you saying if Kim gives us the go signal that, you're a good cop, we're in?
Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start.
Half-brother? Oh, he's back to Kim. Look, he's the best of us.
Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Rivershaw. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise.
Does all
to assign it
roads lead
among
to him?
yourselves.
I mean, in this town, it might as well.
Most likely.
I mean,
your
look, right
findings
after
will
we
be
leave this
collected
place,
in
we're
a
gonna
report
go to the
which will be
hostel
carefully
to
reviewed
meet
by
up with
your
him anyway.
superiors. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing
God, this
Committee.
sounds so formal.
Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
You know what? Fine, sure.
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
Take on la responsabilité. Form a committee of martyrs to assign responsibility. Kim might know where to start. I told you. It all goes back to Kim. The game doesn't lie. Now it's time to meet our boy. Oh, hello. Never mind. He led to me.
Yes?
So, okay, first things first. Yeah, we should talk about the shave.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
I don't know if that's a good, perhaps. You can tell me. I can take it. Look, I know it's first thing in the morning, but I have 9+ healing.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of
Well,
the...
look. We start off with a mistake. We're gonna be, hopefully not doing as many mistakes later on.
Damage.
Damage.
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
Okay, that's all you have to say. Ouch. Hurts, but okay, fine. Given that, responsibility.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject.
Good, we're on the same page then. This sounds like a very movie thing where it's like, the husband is talking to the wife. It's like, I need to talk to you about something. And she's like, oh, I need to talk to you about something also. But then they're clearly going to talk about the same thing, but in the opposite avenue. Or, obviously we're going to be like, yeah, I want to be the one to lead here. Then he's going to be like, no, I was thinking I would be the one to lead. And it's like, oh no.
If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up, get back to basics. That would be my advice.
Oh, what? I'm actually surprised there isn't a choice to agree with that, because I would agree with that. I mean, I don't want to say 1, but 2, it sounds like, what the fuck are you saying, my guy?
Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stability? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
For this whole situation. Yeah.
No, I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
Has this happened before?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villeudran, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment.
The young man's apartment. Oh, the one who was in the room?
If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first, you might need to speak with his young companion. Now, was there anything else?
Nothing else, nothing else. Alright, so I guess order of things to do. Also, why is Hangman just there? The heck? Why is Hangman stuck there? Okay, there we go. That was a little bit weird. Right, so let's go here. I think the one person, unless he's only here in the evening. No, he's here. He's here.
Hi again, Gendarme. Oh, a committee. How interesting.
Okay.
And if I may ask, Gendarme, what is this committee about?
I mean, he's been I guess he hasn't been forwarded. That's what I was about to say.
Oh, a big secret committee.
Hmm.
In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see.
Hmm.
He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course.
Historical sites up the coast. So on the other side of the bridge?
I guess you will.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Just wanted to do this and also, I guess maybe after now that we've shaved, maybe we can actually deal with these two cops now also. Like maybe they'll help us with stuff.
I can't believe this shit.
Oh, he actually has nothing to say about the mustache being gone. Okay.
Yes? What is it?
Oh no, we're bringing up the car. Okay. You know, fine. Let's make it uncomfortable for a bit.
Okay. Yes. That was pretty good.
What?
Mm.
No. No. There are universal standards of good out there, and that was just complete shit.
I mean, if anything, I'm surprised they were here to listen to it.
Jean, he's not right. Treat him like you treat McCoy's little brother.
I'm standing right here, guys. Don't worry, I can take it.
Yes, and I'm wondering why. Don't you have a case to solve?
Yes? Did you want something from me?
Eh, okay. Was worth a shot.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
That's good. You know, he seems to be less hostile. Okay, but we don't need to do that. We still can't get this door open. I'm pretty sure us shaving isn't gonna change our stance with this guy. Okay, so thing at the top of my head right now. We go to that one girl who was looking for our badge last time. And like try to show it to her. Maybe she'll give us a little bit more information. Also, was the view always like this? Or is it just because of like the snow? So like it's a little bit, it's hazing up your vision range. If it is, well, you know, the effect is achieved. Like I thought of it.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Yeah, show her the badge.
By love, you did.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
Yeah, we got experience for it too.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Okay, that's all I needed. I just wanted to see that you saw my position. Now we leave. Actually, wasn't there something I was like developing? No, I actually have it all already. Huh, I can unlock a slot, that's for sure, or remove something. No, +3 perception is too good. Raising the cap to 6 for these ones is pretty good. Fine, better than not. Okay, everything we have is pretty good, honestly. So in terms of like level up slots, we have 3 of them. I think we can like try to add in one more. Unlock. Alright, now is there anything I actually want? Okay, I don't really like the sound of that. Little guy gets further and further away. I think we do need authority, so I'm not really feeling this one. Reaction speed. Living in the past. You have found a trace of entity who's been stalking you across the plains. The Gloom Stalker. The conglomeration. The shadow organization behind your downfall. It's positive demonstrated, but you can't remember your first met treachery. Yes, use the Tutti Frutti gum wrapper. Reconstruct the day you first breathed in her untrustworthy atoms. Huh. Magnesium-based life form. Nah. Wasteland of reality. This is for quitting alcoholism. Sorta. It takes 20 hours to finish. So this -2 physical instrument is going to affect me for the entire day. But my physical instrument is at 6, so it isn't the worst. Like, I lose the 2 bonus I get from items. And I could always bump it up 1 more level just to offset it if I need to. But like, if something takes 20 hours to form, it's got to be at least in a way sort of worth it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk -2 physical instrument throughout the day, and I know it's counterproductive to like the whole thought of like this is to stop being an alcoholic, but if I need physical instrument to help me in a certain situation, I can drink alcohol. Look, it's about the mindset. I'm drinking alcohol because it calls for it at the time, not because I need it. There's a difference. Okay, so now that we've done that, I felt like I had a more clear game plan for what I do the most. I can quit and I will send every alcoholic ever. Look, I won't gratuitously drink it now. I will just seldomly drink it. Right, also, hello? Why are you near the car? Was he just trying to say fuck the world?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could like hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors, cops' heads, scary tribal shit.
You're saying this right in front of us?
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Certified? You don't just like accept that mindset? Maybe that's why you're not in there. You haven't, internalized it. You're still waiting for someone else's approval. Isn't that the whole point of like being a rebel? You don't need anyone's acceptance or approval to do shit. Do what you want.
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Already named as piss fart. I mean, that's the thing on their jacket. But like, look, we don't know the real name, so that's the best we got. And we're dealing with fuck the world right now.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and on the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Do you guys know Cindy the Skull? Do I know who Cindy the Skull is? Like, why is it an option? Do I? I don't. I'm trying to jog my memory. Did we mention any Cindy anytime this entire playthrough? Nothing comes to mind. But even his skulls, I'm going to assume it's some gang. Probably. I mean, yes, there's who are the skulls? A syndicate wannabe? Maybe. I don't know. The word syndicate makes it gives off the vibe of like being, you know, something in a higher position. You know, like in Cyberpunk, when you say a syndicate, you think like a company that is doing backwater deals and stuff like that. Like, you know, there's some hierarchy to it and they're backed by money and stuff. But biker gangs, you know, that's what this feels like more. At least to me. I mean, you know, if the jackets weren't already indicative of it.
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
I'm so glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Say nothing.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Ah, I see. You can't afford it, so thus you need the official backing so you can pimp out your rides.
No, they really, really aren't. It's porno tuning. Say no to the porno.
You heard Kim. Say no to porno.
Murder? Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Look, we had to try.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, maybe they'll like slip up and say something that they didn't mean to say.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Okay, okay.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Okay, no, I'm not entertaining this thought.
Sure. Understandable. Fuck, and I appreciate your effort, though.
You guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh, yeah. Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah. A true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
Wait, artist. The girl on the balcony? Is that Cindy?
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
He adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
The lieutenant on your left. On my left. From where that? I'm assuming Kim is supposed to be on our left. Are they into anodic dance music in the church?
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
It's a threat. An impotent threat of violence.
No, this is defeatist. I mean, number 2 is technically not a lie. We are bad in different avenues than maybe what people normally think.
Whoa. Come on, man. We're just talking here. Just words. Nothing wrong with that.
They back off real quick.
Yeah. No need to throw your authority in our faces.
That's right. A way to put them in the little boy's corner.
You wanna talk? Let's talk, boys.
Ooh, even Kim's going on the offensive.
Liked how you decisively shut down a situation that could have turned into a farce.
Yeah, like, are you part of the Skulls or are you not? Yeah, like, it sounds like they're doing it because maybe they're wimps and they're like trying to force themselves to act like they're cool. But you know, when push comes to shove and they're confronted about it, they're gonna like chicken out.
We're not franchise Skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
Okay, and why would they accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
Wow, I mean, he's covering his face. Yeah, wannabe.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Wow, I guess they whispered that. Huh.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Why aren't there more Skulls in
The Union
Martinez?
does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, we might as well ask, what's with the jackets?
What about them?
You know what? Honestly, I don't think I care enough to ask him about their... Because I thought they were gonna be like... We were gonna have like a deeper question about it. It's just why. Of course they have it. Because they're like trying to, you know, say words that they won't actually say themselves out loud. Unless this is about confronting them about it. Wait a second. Let's try it with piss first.
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person.
I don't
even though
know.
the
It
statement
fits
has character.
how your hair
And
color
I
is
do
right
like
now.
Piss.
You... Man, you don't gotta tell us your fetishes. The hell?
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
This guy clearly went to college or something. Like, that was a very, like, eloquent way to explain the jacket he's wearing. Like, yeah, I gotta at least give him props for that, but like, what the hell? Let's not make him over-explain.
What I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Okay, sure.
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
No, don't. All I'm hearing here is basically Twitter jargon. I mean, it sounds like arguments people would make on Twitter to make them sound like they have a point, but it's like, no, you're just like...
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing.
This is so dumb.
And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
The accent helps.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Do you think it's a coincidence?
What is?
There are two of us and two of these jackets.
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear? mm? You know what I'm implying.
No, I don't. What are you implying? Neither.
It's a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is a stronger of the two statements.
The fact that we got him to say the word also is good.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Half-light, half-light. Half-light. Do I actually have equipment for half-light? We're taking their shit. Half-light, 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 half-light. Come on. I feel like come on. There's bound to be something I can see half-light. Pain threshold? No. -1 half-light. Come on. Half-light. Nothing else? Really? Okay.
That ride is
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
It's a red check, so I only get one chance at this. Am I upgrading this purely for the sake of a jacket? Yes. Yes.
that ride is
Hey, piss.
83%. Look, it can surely it can't happen like what happened with the karaoke the other day. Surely we're gonna get this shit. Give us the jackets.
No, no, no. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Okay, Half-Light, you gotta help me here. This is not my wheelhouse.
Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
Oh, okay, fine. It's just that one.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Look, even skulls can have a crown on top of them. Maybe they don't fit as well, but you know, aren't your heads bigger than other normal skulls, so it would fit?
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Ah, prospects, you say?
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
I was not expecting Kim to be the one to do that. That's so good.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Yes, Kim actually do be throwing hands.
Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Shout it!
Please be quiet.
Oh, no shouting.
What do you want? the jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
No need to be cruel. I mean, look, let's not do the first one, but they're giving it us already. Empathy is already helping us here. So, you know, we're still gonna take it from them, though.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
Yeah, oh, they look so lame without the jackets now. Maybe they really did need that.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Turn to... Yeah, number 1. I like the other jacket anyway.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? They're a pair. We could raise hell together.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell.
Intimidation
In fact, I don't think the
factor.
jacket will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Sure, Kim, sure. Don't worry. I'm sure I'm gonna catch you wearing it later.
Cold-hearted cop.
It's good to know we have a pair in case the need
The
arises.
need will not arise.
It will.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with piss written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to you, Ryan. And fuck the world, all on its own, is, frankly, generic.
Exactly! This guy get conceptualization, he gets it.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Oh, they sound so defeated.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
I mean, look, if you couldn't deal with us, you definitely wouldn't be able to deal with the gang. Accept it. Oh, I have both of them? Come on! Well, hopefully, we can give it to Kim later. Also, we can put back the gloves back. Well, at least you got something new on this day. Do you really not want the jacket?
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's it. Okay. They did say to come back here after they finish setting up. I don't know what that would entail, but like, maybe now would be a time to go back to them already.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
The fact that 7 savoir-faire doesn't pass this is crazy.
Goodbye, officer.
Okay, so we're not doing anything there. Wait! I forgot. The whole reason we went to the car in the first place. We need to call about the library. Unless they're not open yet.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
Pick up the radio.
57, how may I assist you?
Connect the
I'm
jam
afraid
route.
they're closed. It says here that the library is open.
We should try again.
Damn it!
Finance detective. 57.
In the cabin, you see
Okay, 10 a.m. We're an hour and a half too early. Okay, maybe there's other stuff I can check here because I have not really checked this backside as much. I know I got like some pickups from yesterday. Actually, did I check this one? Filthy jacket. I can interact with it? Interact. Filthy jacket. Interact.
as you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
How did jacket get so
It's a
disgusting?
sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Really? That badly? Huh.
Good choice. The less you think about the jacket, the better.
I think the fact that our pain threshold is not... It's horrible. Yeah, let's avoid that for now. Like, maybe if we find something to help increase our pain threshold, but until then, yeah, let's not risk it for now. There's probably other stuff that we can do in the morning anyway. Like here, yeah, I remember I saw these two the other day, but wasn't able to talk to them because it went too late in the
And
evening.
Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hailostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right?
Ooh.
I was just telling my son about this building.
He knows Kim?
Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
What was that about the windows
Oh
before?
yes, so Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Like vector is that like there was no backlight behind it, so if ever there was sun in front, you wouldn't see anything, as if you would like with a Game Boy back then?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
So Kim is sort of famous if he is recognizable just by face alone.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately. But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
Don't say this. We're past the point of begging for money.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Our encyclopedia for R&D failed? Look, I'm going to assume it's research and development in this world, so I don't think I really need to ask that. So let's not.
Old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal
Okay, maybe we
carcass.
do need to ask
Bushy
it.
undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop.
I mean, it's
Some
just
kind of
challenging,
bird
and
has
we're
set
not
up
really
a
smart
nest
anyway.
On a broken windowsill.
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
They don't use it anymore.
What? What do you mean no one uses R&D anymore? As long as tech exists, R&D will always be there.
You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Huh. That's an interesting distinction to have.
Leia Kalpa, you are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Felt Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here.
It sounds like either he was part of this company or like one of the competitors of this company. But he sounds like he definitely has like high regard for it though.
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
Oh, I was like thinking laptops. I think they're just like actually thinking home computer level.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
Figures as make sense he has just produced.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
Indeed.
What happened?
What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
What happened to the engineers?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you
Hello,
were to
the
ask
void.
about tape computers,
Yes, Kim be doing good stuff with us. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Hope you've been having a good day. We recently just got the jackets, although unfortunately he does not want it yet. But one day he will wear the pair jacket. But yeah, welcome. Although we're kind of like getting info dumped about this electric company right now.
They used them for military communications, but also to
Yeah,
write
hope
and
you've been
send out
doing
press
okay
releases. The
this
most
past
notorious
week.
example being
Like we're
near
smack
the
dab
Côte
in
de
the middle.
Mars.
You got 2 more days, so you know. Hope you can last before the weekend.
What's the
But
Mars
yeah, how have you
decree?
been?
I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually.
The entire time we have these song conversations, I wonder what Kim does think. It's like, God, what are we doing here? Why aren't we going the case?
You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
I mean, a little bit, but you know, he did join in the passive-aggressive shouting a while ago.
I tried to get Mikhail to
So, you know, he
memorize
can
it.
be aggressive if he
Tried
wants to.
Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it.
But
they
I
were
was
very
disappointed. He was not approving of the
exquisite, alien
removal
looking
of our
turn-of-the-century
mustache.
hardware.
They do, they do.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort.
That sounds fake.
It raised the same
Wompty
questions, and we
Dumpty
had
Dum.
lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team.
Like it sounds like
Trying
this
to-
is just like a dom with a huge Wompty Dumpty. I mean, dude is enthusiastic about electronics, that's for sure.
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center?
Yes, we
He
caught
didn't.
that.
He said Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty
I like how
Dumpty Dom Center?
all of our minds are like, what the
Who
fuck
hell
did you
are
just say,
Keith
my
and
guy?
Guy Juiced?
I mean, look, if the three of them are curious, we can't ignore our thoughts.
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary
Humpty
Art.
Dumpty Dum Center.
The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution.
I mean, I
The
don't
machine
like.
would then
I get
analyze
saying it's
handwriting,
it's
perform
very elegant,
operations,
but
and
touting
project
that it's
output
fragile.
onto a white screen. It was a beautiful,
That
delicate
doesn't
thing.
sound like a good thing, though.
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07.
Oh my God, we're getting such lore dump.
Yes, the official name of the prototype.
I mean, side lore dump. It's
Some
not even
sources
main
report
lore.
it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect. Who knows? Maybe it was an
Okay, we
accident,
were
or
awarded
maybe
at least
they
for
didn't
it with
want
some
the technology
experience.
to end up in their own
I'll take
hands.
it.
Either way, they're all gone now. All three versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building. But of course, what else?
We are not asking him for money. We don't need it.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
I mean, it was still good to check here anyway. And we also got something, which is Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Temporary research bonus, -1 suggestion, outsider, takes 42 minutes. I don't know if I want to use a level up point just to unlock a slot to learn something that takes 42 minutes. I think I can pass it. Wait. Let me just read this. I mean, I'll think about it. But, I don't know. I already have one super long running thing starting, aka the wasteland of reality. It's gonna hurt that there's minus 2 physical instrument for a while, but hopefully it's worth it at the end. Now, we have like a bunch more things to search for. Plus, a lot of people we weren't able to talk to last time, because by the time we went here, it was late evening.
Here we go. Nice and easy.
Ooh, the
No way out,
the
little
cryptozoologist.
guys.
Nice.
Not out of this jam.
We found him.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Like for crabs?
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Thanks, composure. I see. So he's the stereotypical scientist. I get it.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary, the crypto fascist? What? I mean, I hope that's not the actual word that it's saying.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morel, the
To
cryptozoologist.
what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena Senbi, she's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Let us not say that we're the ones that broke it. They don't need to know that.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Where have you been sleeping for these past 3 days then?
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir.
But
your wife
70
is waiting for
experience.
you.
Damn, that's nice.
I just have to do one more round. See if the Phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
Phasmid?
His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used to delicate, precise work.
Tell me about this Phasmid.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
I mean, you're near the water. Is it like something that comes out of the water at a certain time?
Good question. Being a Phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds.
Stick bug!
Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case.
What sort of specialized technique?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
So, sort of like a chameleon.
But I cannot describe how these
advanced.
defences work, much less how they evolve, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this Phasmid.
I mean, isn't that like the initial onset that it is supposed to be paranatural? Like, that's the whole point of being a cryptozoologist.
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of Phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
Wait. Excuse me. Also, the size of a forearm? Those cages look puny though. The heck?
Seems puny, to be honest.
Oh, well, I mean, look at the cages. If I saw them in real life, they aren't that small. I mean, they're still bigger than rat cages, but like, still not huge, according to how he made it sound like. Are you interested in this bug versus other cryptids?
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian Phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. but to study it and its defenses.
Like, is
find
it
out
the
how it
thought
stayed
that
hidden so
because
long.
it's a bug, there are so many species of bugs in the world that like there is a higher chance that it exists, but also at the same time, because there are so many bugs in the world, the fact that there is an undiscovered one is what makes it so sought out. Like, I can see that being a reasoning. What have you discovered about it so
Very
far?
little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts. Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says, brusquely? What? Brusquely. Brusquely, that even seems he's taken aback by it.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Why would it be here?
There was a credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described a creature that matched the Insulindian phasmid to an uncanny degree, despite not knowing what it was themselves. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Like, that's something that sounds similar to something like I heard recently, where it's like the whole, I guess, phenomena or existence of like goblin creatures. Like the fact that if you ask like a lot of people what they think about of a goblin, they usually think, you know, oh, it's short, it's green, like it's a little scary, but like not necessarily so. It will definitely trick you, stuff like that. Where it's like, like even though obviously none of us have seen one in real life, like if you were asked like, you know, what would you picture when you think of goblin? Like a lot of people say the same thing. So maybe that's what's happening here. You know, like some subconscious same understanding of like a single topic.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
What is it?
Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
This arouses no special feelings in me. I mean, let's just say that's clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
There's nothing dispassionate about the way
Yeah,
he
I was
talks
about to say,
the
like, are you
insect.
using the right word here? Because it sounds like you're really, like, hoping to find one. If anything, you're the exact opposite of that word you used. Which, you know, is obviously being passionate about it. Tell me about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Aw, that's sweet. But also, ooh, she's the one who designed them.
Yes.
How did the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out.
What if something else goes for the locusts?
At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
I mean, occasionally it sounds like they'd only do it if that was their only option for food.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
A carnivorous stick insect seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps. to satiate your skepticism.
What do you do if these traps?
They'll work,
Sure, might as well
I
ask.
assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Iteration, you know, that definitely is the part of the process of the scientific method.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Let me ask you something
Yes.
else.
What?
How did you become one?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
Sharing each other dream. Very
It's
cool.
not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Look, you know what the saying means. Like, relax. I'm being like supportive here. Have you ever discovered one?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
Yeah, when does something not stop becoming a cryptid?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
That wasn't the question. How many have been found?
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
At least it isn't 0, so 2 have been found.
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
I mean, that's a very good mindset to have, as you know, if you're making it your profession, because it's like, you know, by being in that profession, you really want to find one, but you're not, you know, having the integrity of not immediately like trying to flag something as something being found just to say that you did find one. You know, shows that this guy is definitely doing it out of genuine, like, you know, interest in the field. And yeah, this one will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Don't worry, Logic. I'm not trying to sway his opinion.
Yes?
Let's talk about specific cryptids. The options here.
What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
Oh, wait, right. We do need to talk to the other guy after.
Formerly the most dangerous, yes. But do you know the most dangerous living cryptid?
He doesn't want to make it feel like you knowing it is some big deal.
He doesn't want to make it feel like you knowing it is some big deal. Living? No.
The most dangerous cryptid is a carnivorous ruminant, known colloquially as the Dread Moose.
Honestly? What? The moose?
No, it will not get out of anywhere. The Dread Moose is a widely
maybe he doesn't
recorded
like
cryptid from Ada.
do
It
sayings.
subsists entirely on flesh, and has even been known to dig up fresh graves in search of sustenance.
Wasn't there that like post somewhere, or rather, where someone was like, they were talking about finding like some deer that was like maybe not eating flesh, but it had the same idea of like it was doing something so raw, or at first it sounded like the story was real, or it's like the deer I guess was not had something wrong with its brain, or like had a scratch in its brain that it started like hitting a rock until it like literally opened it up so it like could reach inside. But then it's like, but then the post then went to talk about like how it got up on its heels on two legs and walked, and it's like, oh damn it, now it's fake. Because before that point, I feel you could like believe it a little bit. Because, you know, we've all had those times where, like, we feel there's something inside us and we really want to scratch it, that, like, we scratch it so much that it starts to hurt a little. So, you know, an animal kind of, like, hitting itself against something to try to do the same effect. Like, believable, but nah, I mean, damn it, posters, they take it too far, so it's like, nah, and then you had to add something that's fake. So that's what this is. Does it attack people?
Human remains have been found deep in the forest, torn apart, then trampled into the mulch by large hooves. Infer from that what you will.
And it could be regular moose.
Just like an ordinary Arden moose.
Then how can you tell if it's a different one?
You can't. That's what makes it so dreadful and hard to identify.
A moose that looks like any other moose. What's going on here? He's kidding, right?
I mean, elaborate.
The bodies found in the forest are just one piece of physical evidence. There's more.
Okay, what helps to differentiate it? Because, you know, what if a moose just, like, got really hungry and the human was the only thing there?
The recent surge in the moose population has hidden carnivores. The dread moose are effectively removing competition for both themselves and their evolutionary cousins.
What is the relationship between them?
The carnivorous moose are a very young species, the result of a genetic mutation that fared well in the process of natural selection. It makes sense that such a majestic animal with natural weapons, antlers, would come to rule the forest. The only strange thing is that it took so long.
But, like, if you're saying there's more of the meat-eating moose, what? Okay, maybe they're not. Maybe they don't eat each other, so maybe that's why there'd be more. But if they did eat each other, wouldn't there be less? Also, hello, Ku. Welcome to the stream. Yes, for once, you are actually late. Welcome, welcome. Hope you've been having a good day. Or rather, good holiday. Although I do know today is the last day of the holiday, so good luck with work tomorrow. But welcome, welcome. Make sure you do get some rest for your work tomorrow, although I guess it is still a little bit early. But yeah. Hello.
Moose are already being hunted for sport. Can you imagine what would happen if they came to be viewed as predators?
Are there any reliable eyewitness accounts of a moose killing other animals for food?
One slaughterhouse at the outskirts of the woods in Vasa reported that its staff kept seeing moose in the distance. The moose would just stare at the building, as though they were waiting for something. Its eyes bloodshot and full of cruelty.
What does that even mean? I'll try to rest. Yes, please.
And that's not all. Some of the slaughterhouse apprentices went hiking by a
Well,
nearby
rest is good.
creek
I mean,
and saw
I
a
hope
moose
these past 3 days you
nibbling
have
on
been
an
able to rest.
unidentified carcass.
This isn't something unique. Various species of deer have been known to scavenge when plant food is scarce.
Anyway, there is more than enough evidence to justify a thorough search for the dread moose. Let's close the subject before it turns into an argument.
Here is a man who has had more than his fair share of heated arguments and would, surprising as it may seem, prefer not to have any.
I mean, each of these are gonna give experience. This is worth it.
That's impressive, I guess. But have you seen it with your own eyes?
No.
Of course you haven't.
Have you seen
I
it?
haven't had a chance to travel to Coco Nor. No. And I likely never will. The Samaskill desert region has been embroiled in a small civil war for the last 8 years. I fear this mindless barbarism may have wiped out the elusive creature entirely. Sightings of towering luminosities have grown rare recently, while they once used to be constant.
Yes, sightings of mirages are constant. A mirage is a constant phenomenon that people have no time to report when a war is going on.
Okay, logic, you downer.
It remains unclear what this has got to do with you seeing it. As he was inquiring before, he was just being defensive.
Cryobacter. We're not even talking about the Call the Mama Dakwa. We even internalized it.
Oh, everyone knows about that one. Thanks to Professor Mijanu being the talk of the town for a time. Although, probably because her life ended as a result of her work in Gutler, no one remembers her contributions to the search for the Nongok.
Nongok?
A flightless cursor owl found in the Seminine Isles. Its long legs permit the Nongok to run faster than any other avian, perhaps any other animal, who knows? When it's not hunting its prey in its manner, Yok hangs
My
from
mind goes
tree
to an
branches,
ostrich. Maybe like an even
waiting to
taller
dive
ostrich
on
when I hear
hapless
this
prey
description.
below on the jungle floor.
Eh? The auk hangs from tree branches like a bat. So it's smaller than an ostrich, but with longer legs than an ostrich, just in base if we were to like resize it to the size of an ostrich. If it's because that's small enough to still hang from tree branches. So what? A kiwi's descendant?
Mijanu liked extreme animals, you see. One of the few figures of the academic establishment I respect. Really a shame she disappeared.
When did
Oh, decades ago. In the 30s. I didn't know her personally, of course. The chasm of academic pretension still stood before us, even though she had unusual courage for someone from the other side. By all means.
Okay, I'll get going first. I should talk to the other guy first before I say the Lena choice, because maybe the Lena choice will make him
Reeds over
leave.
there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
What's this
Nothing.
about?
Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
Huh. That was weird. Doghouse? No boat in the boathouse today. Oh, I thought that was a doghouse. Alright, let's talk to the other guy who is crypto-fascist?
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
Why are you talking so nasally?
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his
Yellow
eyebrows
man?
slightly and takes out his notebook.
Yellow man?
Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
Yeah, everyone else pronounces it Revshol.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Is this your mug? Hold up the yellow man mug.
My mug? Why would you think that?
Yeah, not a lot of people are calling people that.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Are we gonna try to scare him with the lynching? Maybe.
Okay, I admit it.
Huh?
I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel.
He
I know I
actually
shouldn't
did?
have, And I am very sorry, officer.
I was fibbing. Cuff this man. We need to interrogate him.
You're not going to find me, are you?
Let's do a moderate fine.
Okay, I deserve that. And I won't do it again. You have my word. I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, I've been having trouble at work lately. The Koikos are price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
How did you get into the trash container? It was closed.
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Do you have a master key? Also, what the frick? That sounds irresponsible as hell. Also, I mean, I was not expecting to get a headway into the case here. Well, I'm like, really? Just because they're like a potential fascist by their name, crypto fascist. Oh. Feeding into the, yes, they're bad people. No, they're not all necessarily bad people. But I mean, to be fair, they need to be judged very harshly. Look, at that point, you know, you gotta judge them by what they do before the benefit of the doubt first, I'd say.
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
I never actually thought about it. Do people pay for the trash containers that are usually behind buildings? Or is that part of the building?
Disgraced? No need for the histrionics, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanging behind the warning lights, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Okay, explain
I
then.
was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
What happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Or someone trying to hide that the mug was there by putting clothes on top of it.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
Ooh, missing armor part, right?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, that sounds like a lie, my
There's
ass.
something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
What sound?
Don't mess. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I haven't the slightest. There's lots of weird stuff.
Man,
out
I
here
thought
in the
if
weeds,
we
though.
pressured them, we could get it.
Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
What? Really?
He fans his arms out, so and this time his motions are soundless.
There's lots of weird stuff.
The sound
Okay,
you
so same
heard
thing.
was not the sound of something easily
Okay, so I guess we
abandoned.
confront him later on about it.
I hope I could help your investigation. In my small way.
Ooh, composure. Okay, wait. Composure. Clothes. I know there's definitely some stuff that we can equip that gives composure. Plus, we're equipping something that gives -1 composure as well. Which is the boots. Okay, wait. +1 composure, that's better. Anything else for composure? Come on, come on, come on. Composure, composure. Composure. I feel there was one more. Or maybe not. Ooh, composure. +3 composure. We got this
Always
armor
a pleasure
piece.
to see. I mean, officers.
92%. For sure we can't fail this one.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Something worn underneath
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
it? How did you get it off his chest though? That's impressive.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
Can I fine you again for this? You're literally like keeping evidence from a crime scene.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Is it?
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
At least he's not trying to hide it from Morel. Honestly, it's like, I handled it. But it's like, handling what? No, he's like, I'm apologizing. Just let me do this. Okay, that's pretty good.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Why did you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you. But
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
Give me the
He
armor.
sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully.
Yes!
That matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
We didn't need to know that last part.
But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
What did you really put in the clothes?
Everyone was
Why did
picking
you
those
put the clothes in the
pieces
trash?
off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
Okay, who's everyone?
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
How dare
Only
you!
The cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
Well, at least Kim is like, for, you know, someone who was slighted a little bit, he's just like, being straight to the point, very professional. We should follow suit.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Seolite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
Okay, what? The pause? Do you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
Are we done here?
Absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
He looks around, relieved of some burden, his mouth still quivering. Okay, so he's still a little bit, like, you know, spooked, or I guess, you know, tense from being confronted by the police, but he did give us the armor, and he did say why or how he got access to the trash, which I hope we can ask for more of. Because we need, like, isn't that one of our quests? We need to find out more about this.
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps. It's odd. It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
You know anything about the man hanging behind in the whirling ride?
I told you everything. I just took the queerest, that's all. I promise. I don't know anything else.
Tis true, sire. This man simply did not know what he was getting caught up in.
Are you a cryptozoologist?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
There probably is a follow-up to this, but you can't think of any. Doesn't matter. Waste of time anyway. Gotta keep moving.
I mean, we already got the armor from him. Like, I feel this one is just aggravating the issue at this point. But should I? I mean, look, he slighted our man Kim.
I'm sorry for what I said.
Okay, fine. That's it. Armor, pain threshold +1, with -1 empathy. Ooh, but how does it look? It fits as the shirt? Damn! Wait, so what happens if we didn't have the jacket on? Yo! That does... Damn! That's heavy duty for something that can fit below the jacket, below a jacket. Gee, that looks good. But, I mean, I guess plus volition is good, but what did we have under before that? I forget. Oh, right, this one. I mean, no negative physical instrument is also pretty good, but I guess a low shirt right now, maybe we should change that. There's no way to sort this, is there? Like, I don't see a sort button. Also, I guess we can change like the pants. And the boots, I believe, was we were equipping something else last time. Or I think. Yeah, because we definitely weren't equipping a +1 composure boot before. Maybe it was boots, now I think about it. Either that or this one. I mean, we need empathy. We know what to equip. Wait, no, what was I saying? We were equipping this. My bad. And then I think that's good for now. Actually, wait, we should be having the bag in our hand, just so we can actually see the bottles and stuff. Because I don't think they highlight if we aren't holding the bag. Doesn't seem like there's anything else, so let's bring up Lena then, for now.
Hello. What can I do for you, officer?
Did you know Gary was hiding the
Hell
armor?
no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
Thanks.
Huh.
He's still glad his friend stood up for him.
Okay, well, I mean, if he's saying that after that happened, like, he probably has a lot of experience doing that then. Or rather, lack of experience of doing that then. Because, you know, it was very out there that he did. Wonder why. Or maybe there's just no deeper meaning. Maybe just lapse of judgment at the moment.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Yeah, it's like he's not with her, but he's here exactly because of her.
Come on. She wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here.
Language.
We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Won't let Lena down. Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the Phasmid somehow.
I didn't know the Phasma was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important
I mean,
to
she
her.
did make the cage.
She's seen it. A verified sighting. On record. One of only 4 this century. And it's hers.
Ah, that explains a lot.
She's seen it.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious Phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian Phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Another coffin, but like it sounds like you're dying. You could always come back.
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the Phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
I get it, but like if you can't even come back because of your coughing, then even if you did capture it, who would know?
Dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Because they are very similar. I mean, they're kind of similar. We're both about finding out things that maybe aren't coming out to light yet. We do need to do some investigation, some prodding here and there.
Indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence. There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near.
Oh, okay, so the boathouse is...
Another we set in Land's End.
I should
to the
probably write these
northeast.
down.
It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after
Wait,
the church.
I need to write these down. So... Phasmid traps. Southwest of where talked to Morel. Next is set in lands. Another we set in Land's End to the northeast. Northeast, behind small sand dune. On your way to the old radio tower after the church. So, where I met the music people. Near where met music people? Question mark.
The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
Where you met Morel. Okay, so those are the 4. Noted, noted.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
I mean, the person with knowledge is his own justification. He doesn't look too convinced, but the small shrug indicates why not. Exactly, see? Just join us. What do I do
Bring
if there
it
is
to
one?
me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
What if I encounter the Phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
A week? I mean, maybe not thick.
Wise choice.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Yes, they
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask.
No other
We'll
questions.
be gone once you get to it.
We got the armor, we got a new quest. Maybe we'll find this thing for them. So they said there's one like near here. Oh right, and I need to press tab for things to see, not shift. Also, wait a second. What happened to the fine of 100? I want my 100.
Hello again.
Damn it. Guess we're getting our 100 later. Ooh. That was a nice. Ooh, we're so close to leveling up again, too. Okay, wait. I feel we need a bonus, or rather, less detriment in our... I don't know, we have high in interfacing, that's good. Composure, I guess we don't need reaction speed. Would there be something good there? Or like perception? Okay, nothing. I mean, we're good in those stats, so we're probably fine.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves, confidentially. Snowflakes cling to their shivering stems.
Reach for the
Locusts
trap.
are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
It'll be in the next one, surely.
Anyway, the air is nice and fresh here.
Well, you know, DC's not being a full-on downer. It's just like, you know, it's what I expected. But you know, it's nice that you know, if it's nice here, that means it'll be nice in the other places where the cages are. Probably. Oh, we're at the end of the map. I see. No longer in operation. There's entry interdict.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Visual calculus heroic. Huh.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some.
Oh, that's
humanity
interesting.
in the
So no,
world.
full auto guns don't exist anymore, or rather, they could. They just choose not to make more. Huh? Interesting. Also, visual calculus, visual calculus, visual. I thought I saw something here. That's encyclopedia. Although no, that's minus. I feel I didn't really have a lot that gave visual calculus. There's this one, but I don't think that changes a lot. It's just one thing. Okay, with those two equipped,
Scattering of bullet holes is spread across the
42% is still
reaching from
rough.
one
It
corner to the
is
other.
a white check. And look, I failed an 87%. That means I can pass a 42%. You know, 50-50 rate. Let's see how it goes.
A row of ghostly
Ooh!
shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least. Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
Look at the people against the
A
wall.
host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes.
I mean, if the image is to be also shown, like, I'm actually surprised they didn't make them face the wall, because you usually see that a lot. Like, maybe it's just, you know, not having to see their face when they do it.
They stand, facing the
Oh, they're
wall.
facing the wall.
It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them. Leeches, fleas, and thieves, all the freeloader scum living off the hard work of others. Such is your belief.
I mean, that's the... I mean, if any, that is the hope, but that's still, like, a lot of people.
Maybe you should change it. They were praying, screaming.
Look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? Men of duty, dark duty.
Who are they?
Overpriced mercenaries putting down some rabid dogs. Someone's got to do it, right?
Look at the person standing at the
The
side.
commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Who was who in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
What if it was Feld personnel when their asses were being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
Huh.
Or maybe...
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was the commandant, the superior giving the orders.
Okay.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
A reminder of the past. Oh, very vivid. Okay, so we switch that out, switch this back. And that was it. Okay. Well, you know, that's why you gotta take the attempts, even though they're 50-50s. And sometimes you'll get them. Ooh, it's the guy!
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave. He appears completely at ease, like a common holidaymaker.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no? What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
What are you doing here?
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market, and well, I wished to see the situation firsthand. And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
You do know there was a magic. Like, it's nice, but you know, we're gonna have to let you know about that. Maybe lessen your view of this place.
Really? Here? How can you be sure? Ah, a very useful gift for a police detective, I'm sure. Fascinating how much history is contained right here. If only one knows where to look for it.
You feel like there's something you could say here. If only you really knew what was going on.
No! Oh well.
Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer. My friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists.
It does?
Of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol. It acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
The more we hear about it, the more I'm like questioning if this reasonability of authority they're
I
saying.
would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
What? Where is he then?
Of course, we are speaking informally, but officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives. That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
And how am I supposed to contact them?
Under ordinary circumstances, the committee contacts you. But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
Why don't you go through Archer to speak to
You
the
see,
committee?
in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition Warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Revachol.
Wait, there's a flying, like, vehicle that just patrols the area? What?
And listening. It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments.
Huh? Wait, what's the level of tech we're dealing with here?
I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all, in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristol.
Like, maybe it's just because I was like watching Marvel movies recently, but like it's making me think of like the Shield airship that was like over everyone. What the hell? I did not think they had this level of tech here.
This is quite the problem. Very tricky. Of course, the Archer has orders to fire on any unidentified aerostatics that might approach it, so it might be safer to get in touch from the ground. But in that case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on coalition frequencies. And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum. I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno-tinkerers to do it.
I can think of one, the one in the church, potentially. Is that legal though?
Unauthorized circuit bending is a very serious matter with grave security implications. But as of the moment, there is no specific law forbidding
of course.
in Revachol, at least.
Sounds like something that programmer we met in the church might be able to help with.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Kim. That's where I was thinking of heading after this.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
Bonne chance. Ooh, wait. I mean, I assume you don't need his money. I'll take it. We do need to head to the church area because one of the cages is there anyway. Ooh, found people. Oh, people. People. Oh, people. Oh my god, our face looks so off with that. We are switching back to this hat. Alright, so let's head back to the church area. Actually, I wonder if they left here already. They did! Also, I'm just checking here, maybe like he has something to say about the...
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
No, okay, never mind.
You see, a slogan used it.
Okay, never mind. That's the same thing as yesterday. Oh, but from the looks of it, I think I have virtually searched everywhere that the map has currently to offer. Like, this area is unwalkable. This one is heading back to the house. Yup. So we go up here to head back towards the... where we met the music people. The cage might be up here. There's someone home away. This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. Like, is it near the church? Or maybe like actually near the church. And I guess, do we know where north is? So there's the bunker that we couldn't open. Up here? Maybe? Ooh, there it is!
A familiar apparatus lies among the
Look
roots
around.
sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the Cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
Reach for the trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
More out of habit than duty. How are you enjoying your cardio? I'm quite enjoying it.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
Ah, nice smile. Yay. Like he likes it. Right, I remember checking this radio tower the other day. They're gonna do anything with it. And also, while I'm here, might I recheck this bunker? Wait. The building before you housed the engine must have been a big one.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind.
Okay, 20 interfacing. Not possible. Alright, let's go to the church. Let's talk to the girl while we're here anyway. Then we'll head to the canal bridge after.
Yes. What is it?
We have -10 pale unknown. Goddamn.
You're asking me to circuit bend onto coalition radio frequencies. You want to know, is it possible? Probably. But is it a good idea? I'm not so sure. The main difficulty will be finding an antenna powerful enough to reach those frequencies. Unfortunately, you can't exactly buy mega long wave antennas off the shelf.
She's not joking. Even the RCM has to receive special approval from the coalition to access that kind of equipment.
Ooh, the radio tower. Good thing we searched that the other day.
I highly doubt it. That tower is barely able to transmit shortwave signals across the bay. To generate megalo frequencies, we're going to need a much larger antenna.
She has an idea, though. You can see the tiny signal lights firing inside her brain.
I don't see any alternative. We're just going to have to build the antenna ourselves.
Why don't you just use AR1?
Because it's a completely different class of antenna. It would
I
be
mean,
like
I
using
didn't know
a
what an
high-end
AR1
racing
was, but the
carriage
option
where a
was there.
long-distance lorry is required. We need metal, a lot of it. The taller the structure, the better. Something that is both prominent and easily accessible. If it's near a power source, even better.
Conceptualization. How much? Okay, what's my conceptualization at? It is at 2. That is abysmal. And we might be able to get it up a bunch though, if I recall all of the things I have. I thought there were more than that. Oh, that's visual calculus, not conceptualization. The conceptualization. I can't say that word. Conceptualization. That's not a lot of additional plus.
What is it?
It is a white check though, so
Yes, what is it?
42%. 42%. We passed one a while ago, we can pass one again.
That's easy. Antennas are basically just tool things.
Look, we had to try. We had to try.
No, we could not. This church is made from wood. I'm not sure you understand how radios work.
Okay. We'll have to deal with this one later on. But I'm sure we can get this one. Like maybe if we find something else that gives additional conceptualization, we can do it. We'll have to wait for that a little bit. Alright, then in terms of like immediate things that have a plan of action, we go towards the bridge. Or the canal, that is. And they said there should be one there. Oh, there it is. Huh.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Look
The
around.
reeds bend forlornly
I mean,
toward the sand.
given it's not
You
hidden,
see slabs
it's
of
luckily
concrete
no one
north.
tried to mess with
In
it.
the east, the city center hums to you.
Or maybe people just, you know, look, there's a lot of locusts. They wouldn't really want to mess with it anyway.
The constant
I know I
distant
wouldn't.
song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
Bummer it wasn't
I'm
in here.
just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
Ew, why would a cat go for bugs? I mean, I know cats eat single bugs every now and then, but like a swarm of them? I think they'd stay away from that. Like, again, the intimidation factor of there being like a lot of them. then after here, we can use the fast travel then to head back to the Whirling and Rags, which will put us near the car to radio in for the library after this.
This is the last of the traps. The one Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality.
Still good to check it.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after
did they
night.
sleep outdoors? Like, that's crazy.
The later it gets,
It's snowing.
the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
They're not anything dedicated, that's for sure.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Really?
No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
Look closer, so don't shout.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked the trap up and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
But they still, yeah, it's like they still need to know.
Okay, but after that we get back to our own assignments. There is no justification for this detour at this point of our investigation. We have a lot of work to do back in town.
I don't know, I'm at dead end at the moment. If anything, it was a good like time filler before we do the call for the library. Which technically isn't even our main case also. Look, because we still need to figure out some way to make the guy respect our authority, which I don't think that's gonna come easy. Okay, let's tell them that we searched them all.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Okay, so her first.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, man.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude.
Eight-eyed
It's a tie,
Territorn tie.
Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
Aww, that's
the
nice.
little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
You never told me you've seen this phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
But you're so dedicated.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar
Nice for him to follow through.
It was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When all of a sudden,
what happened?
I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a
those, like,
plant,
reeds
but
taller
like
than
a
you?
living thing.
What, you're
It stood up
5'4" somewhere
and
there?
looked at me.
Surprised you
Its
remember
body
this.
unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature.
She had no fear, just surprise.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left. went into the reeds.
Did you
I
follow?
tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Huh? What? What do you mean I don't go?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
So like to blend in.
The way it moved, the colour. How some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
He looked at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. Aw, that's sweet. Its limbs were marble white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
Huh. You'd think the white would stand out.
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
You were on a
Our
date?
first, yes.
Aw. Let's not say this. What do you think, Kim?
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
Thank you for sharing this with
You're
me.
welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
Okay, but the cages, the last one was empty.
Ha ha! Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman. Now then, what can I do for you?
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
I checked all the traps.
Okay. And?
One of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Surprise, tempered with fear and trepidation. He doesn't know what to think yet. Maybe you're joking?
No locust, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
The empty trap was the one at your campsite. Maybe this factors into its out. You did spray us there!
I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
No, Kim, don't be like that.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
Of course. Be sarcastic.
I'm not being
Unless you have an
sarcastic.
alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture, mine stands.
He misinterprets
okay?
your words. No, I'm being genuine.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened? Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Theft? Theft of locusts?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main
Interfacing
investigation here. This has been
97%.
refreshing, but
Wait. I don't like. Wait. I'm worried about this because I don't want to like shut off their like thought that it's a phasmid, but also like, you know, if we could clear things up, maybe it'll help steer them in the right direction as well. I'm gonna quick save at least, because I'm curious.
Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new trap.
Let me just see.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young
Why would they get
person.
locusts though?
Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
A little hooligan. But what would a child want with bugs?
Exactly.
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to this kid.
Delinquents, my favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
Man is so done with it.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it.
But they didn't steal from the other ones though. And that one is like way farther than the other traps nearer them.
Morel, it's been fun, really. But I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologize, Gary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today.
And I guess that logic check for like
We're
this is
gonna
the
follow
last
this
time you
through.
can talk to him is like, you know, if you didn't figure out the armor being there,
The first man
do
to
it.
break formation is always a blow to leadership. This is bigger than he lets on.
Let's double check it just in case.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Okay, so there's nothing new. Okay, let's talk to Kuno. Kuno, what did you do this time?
Fuck does Kuno care?
You have no idea about missing locusts,
No,
would you?
Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Sounds like you have interest if someone is saying, please don't talk about bugs again.
Shut up, C.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
Just tell me what happened. You're not lame.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
Oh, thank you, Reaction Speed, for telling me exactly where to go. It's crawling with locusts in here.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the
Yeah,
musky
they're just
air.
out there.
The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows.
Oh, is he like interested in the kind of like an ant farm situation?
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well. Yes, I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough. If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
Come
I'll let you
on.
handle the Kuno side of things.
We at least entertain it until the end.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
I feel that. You know what I just mentioned? Maybe he'll get interested about them also.
Yeah, well, Kuno's all you got, bitch.
And you say you don't give a F about it, but you build a bug town.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit.
City
They
of
come out of the
locusts.
sky
It
like
rolls
a
off.
fucking
I like
shadow.
it.
Shit descends.
Stop!
You stop. It's like their fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from
You know,
discomfort.
Let's make her more uncomfortable. It sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist. Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
I mean, look, she probably won't go near the bugs. It's probably gross for her anyway.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay, maybe don't say that word.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
Right, she's killed someone, right?
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window.
Like someone's like, I'm out of here. I don't need to hear this. If you're taking a kid, I'm not involved. No, we can't do this because that implies that she can do more because we promised. We have to make sure that she doesn't.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
Yeah, this one.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. She was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
Now what's gonna happen to the ones in the shack, though?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Just like that? Damn.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The insulindian phasmid.
He recognizes the name.
You know what it is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
What?
Fuck does Kuno care?
They know about it also? Maybe. See, let's not shut down the possibility that they exist. If Kuno even believes in it, look. They're crazy, and they say it's real. And I know that probably means it's not real, but no! If crazy people also line up with the real people, then something's up.
Hello, officer. I think so. It was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Maybe rest first and then you can do it
Darling,
after.
I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season, when it's warmer.
There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find a phasmid or admit defeat, people.
Accept enthusiastically.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Oh, now we know what we can do to take up some time if ever we need to use some time. Yeah, the sound effect
right
stop.
down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but,
Wow. Co-discovery? You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure
You
center.
opened the door, my guy. You made a mistake.
This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that.
Okay, so we have that. Eight-eyed Territorn tie. Wow, that's a fancy tie. Oh, it's a lot smaller than I was thinking. Still very nice. It's messed up that it has a price to sell for. I ain't selling that. Okay, and before we go, I should probably call about the library at minimum.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Pick up radio.
Precinct 57.
Public
Hold on,
library.
Officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to the librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
You sound very chill.
Yet, ready to assist.
Okay, definitely not what I've
This
heard.
is how people get when the police call.
Thank you, Empathy, for clearing up my wrong thought on how he sounds. I'm like, it's like he sounds chill. She sounds worried. Okay, I guess he's worried then. Billy, alright, Billie Jean, not my lover.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database. Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Ouch, okay, you didn't have to say it like that. Just say like, look, you know, they never had one installed. You didn't have to be like, they're too poor to have one.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says.
Wait, the one right
That's all.
here?
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Do you have any other information?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
You know someone
Marie?
who was?
Marie, do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes, okay. If it was the police, she starts
Ooh,
explaining
we passed the
something.
challenging success.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
Wait, Billy Magin is a woman, not a man? Billy's husband. Not my lover? Real?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
And then goes for a little drink later. On the lookout.
Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Mary okay, then can you describe him?
Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Okay.
Happy we could help.
And we have an address. That's
Goodbye,
good.
officer.
Anything else you need from me?
I'm done.
57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see
Oh wait, so it's this one, right? Like this area?
an old East Delta Commerce Center. This must
Go to Billy Magene's apartment to deliver bad news. It's an apartment building north of Morton's App 20. Right, not this way. We need to pass from... Was there a shorter way? I forget. I'm trying to remember if there was a way in there from here. No, this is leading to the library. Okay, so we really need to pass around. Never mind. Alright, that's the last thing we'll do. And then we'll call it for today. Or at least go to the apartment door and then save. Also, wait a second. Oh, wait. Did it already get passed? Oh, it did! Who put the clothes in the trash? Nice. It's not this one. It's not that one. Maybe it's out here also? This one.
a weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup allongio. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard.
What should we expect?
Let's talk this through.
You hear some light footsteps and what appears to be a daily
Look, I'm not ready to deliver bad news. This is the first time I'm doing it. I don't know. My life started 3 days ago.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Mageon. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Yes, please be my wingman.
Dad, just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice.
Okay, good advice.
The lieutenant motions.
Wait! Empathy equipment! Empathy equipment! Where's empathy? 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 We need more empathy, people! We need to feel accommodating and welcoming for the widow. Empathy! Empathy, empathy, empathy. No, that's fine, it's empathy. We need more, not less. Oh, I think that's all the empathy I'm getting. And that's all the empathy I'm getting.
A weathered brown. Something's the lieutenant. This is the door.
Knock.
Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy Magene's home? This is the police.
The police?
Please open the
A
door.
moment, please give us a moment.
Us? A moment?
Tidying up. nervously.
Not give me a moment, give us a moment.
There's fear in her voice.
Come in. The door is open.
Why us? Don't run. Okay, take it slow when exploring the apartment. Be respectful. Okay, so same cigarettes used. We might need the flashlight, it seems. Hello, I'm just making sure that there isn't anything a little bit weird in here. Windows cover in old newspaper clippings, huh? Hello. A child run high chart for children's growth over the years. They have a son or daughter? What a quaint room though. Hello. Maybe I should not be
book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
showing. Oh, her.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy.
Also, I'm sorry I'm blinding you with a flashlight here.
Tea, lemonade. We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here.
Pretending to be distracted or busy.
He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face.
Together. You don't want your body language to tell
Shit,
the
I should have put more composure, but we passed the medium, so that's good.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
I mean, 92% chance. I don't think it's getting any better or worse by saying other things here. We're here for a reason. Kim is with us. He's giving us the +4. He's our wingman.
You've done this before.
I've done
Just
this
keep
before.
Your focus.
We just have to say it. We just have to say it.
What did you say?
Yes, just keep your focus.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, man.
What
Nice
happened to
follow.
him?
No, it was an accident. He fell through a hole in the board and hit his head.
Was he drunk?
Alcohol may have played a role.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It's hard to say at this point.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief.
Don't give her the lieutenant's handkerchief. It's too special. I mean, yes, it's the one Kim handed us. But no, Kim would want... This is exactly where we need it. No words. Just give her the lieutenant's handkerchief.
A small, terrified smile quivers on her face as she takes the handkerchief and wipes away the tears. She looks disoriented.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No, no. I just need to tell my girls. God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
Where are they now?
A day.
Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
He hands her a leaflet with the Morris contact
Is
information.
there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
She rubs her face, runs her fingers over cheeks that have become numb.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
I'm very sorry, ma'am. I'm also very sorry that I'm literally making the areas around your face so bright.
We should step outside and talk.
Set the library card by her. Leave the room. Okay, I shouldn't have been holding this the entire time.
You did well.
The lieutenant says as soon as you've left the apartment, the balcony feels cold and quiet with a stunning view over the district. I could... I mean, just not approvingly. What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
True.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, Kim, that I gave away your handkerchief, but I think the situation called for it. I mean, he was there. He understands.
Yes?
Yeah, well, you know, at least better that than thinking or than waiting forever for someone to come back when they never would have. Was this thing in the green a while ago? Sorry, it's getting a little bit late and my mom was just like, am I almost done? And to be fair, I am. Yeah, I just wanted to do that, so you know, that does round off at least the quest very nicely. We do have one pending, but I think that's the perfect thing to start with next time. So, just gonna stop by here, so this is the fast travel. And with that, you know, as always, for those that stopped by, for those that chatted, for those that lurked, you know, do always appreciate the support. In terms of streams, I will be having one on Friday for Persona 3, same time as always. So, you know, hope to see you guys there. And with that, hope you guys have been having a good day, afternoon, and or evening. You know, it's midweek, so just 2 more days in the weekend. So, you know, let's do our best. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me in this stream, and hope you guys join me in the next one. But till then, guys, bye guys. Bye. Bye bye.